Hello, my name's Nicholas Lee. I'm a financial life planner. Welcome to my blog series. It's 2015 and I am 60 years old. And I've decided to do a series of 4 blogs in which I just talk to myself in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s and my 50s. If it's kind of the stuff that I would have told myself if I'd had the sense to listen, basically. That's really where it is. So I'm going to start with the 20s. I don't know if you may know somebody in their 20s, or you may be in your 20s. The scenario is something like this, isn't it? We're probably talking about you've either been to college or not, you've had a gap year, you're probably in some kind of college debt, particularly if you've been on a gap year, and you're starting your first job. So you're either in your first or maybe your second job. And you've got some kind of an idea of where you're headed. So this is where the diagram comes in, because if that's your current reality and this is the goal, where it might be to be a lawyer, it might be to be in business, who knows, whatever works for you, here's the truth. The truth is that your route to that is going to be very circuitous. There are going to be many bends in the road. The thing to do is to accept that, recognize it and accept it. It's just the way of life actually, but it's particularly acute in our 20s. So, 3 pieces of really, really simple advice or information for someone in their 20s. I just wish I had done this. Number 1, take money seriously. Don't ignore it. Don't imagine that somehow it'll all turn out okay, because it won't. That I can guarantee you. If you don't pay attention to money, it will simply come round and bite you on the bum and cause problems for years to come. Number 2, cut up your credit cards. They just lead to problems. You don't need credit cards. And number 3, please make a budget. It doesn't have to be an elaborate affair, but it's you making a decision about the stuff that you want to spend your money on, and fitting it to how much money is actually coming in. So there's a bit of reality there. Terribly, terribly important, because again, if you've got credit cards, you tend to go for the credit cards and cause problems. Final thing, put 10% of your net income into an instant access savings account at the beginning of the month before you pay out anything on anything. That way, you're creating a little savings pot, you're creating an emergency fund, you'll find it will pay dividends to you because you've started the savings habit, and you'll have cash available when things go wrong, and they inevitably go wrong. So I hope that's helpful. I haven't mentioned the 8th wonder of the world, which is actually compound interest. We can talk a little bit more about that later. But if I had just done those 3 basic things as a 20-year-old, life would have been so much simpler and so much easier for me. Okay, my name's Nicholas Lee. I'm a financial life planner, and what I do is help people make sense of money. Be delighted to hear from you. Do please give me send me an email, or if you wish, give me a call. And if I can be helpful to anyone that you know in your 20s, just let me know.